and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. In case this is your first time watching one of my videos, hi, I'm Lesley. I'm so glad to have you here. On my channel, I talk about all things luxury, in particular handbags, but I cover a wide range of topics. I film unboxings, reviews. I adore filming shopping vlogs for you, travel vlogs, which travel is definitely a luxury and kind of like a vice of mine. Talk about travel actually just recently, like 3 days ago, came back from an almost 3-week trip to China and I had the best time. It was my first time in Asia. So yeah, the vlogs will be starting very soon, so stay tuned for that. So if any of that sounds like a thing, I would love for you to consider subscribing. And obviously, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Anyway, so if you've watched my most recent shopping vlog all the way to the end, you may know that there was a Chanel bag waiting to be unboxed. I wasn't able to get the filming done before I left for China, so it's been waiting for me to come back, and today is the day that I'm gonna reveal. Actually, I was a little sneaky in the thumbnail because I showed you a box. The bag that I'm showing you didn't come in a box, didn't come with its original dust bag, neither did it come with the authenticity card nor the receipt. So it didn't have a lot of stuff going for it. Obviously, it's a pre-loved purchase, as you might have been able to gather. So as with every pre-loved purchase, even if it's like from a reputable seller, you do want to get it authenticated. Even more so when the circumstances of you purchasing the item doesn't like scream authentic. I didn't have like specific doubts, but regardless, you want to get it authenticated. And that's why I'm so proud and excited to introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, LegitGrails. So you may have already heard of LegitGrails, but in case you haven't, LegitGrails is an online authentication service that allows you to have your pieces authenticated from the comfort of your own home. All you need to do is like snap a couple of pictures, which I'm going to get into, in as fast as 30 minutes. They do have a range of turnaround times that you can choose between. 30 minutes is the fastest, I think. Then there's like 2 hours, 12 hours, and 24 hours, depending on how fast you need it. And LegitGrails is so easy to navigate. Basically, you start with picking like the turnaround time that you need for the authentication. Then you're going to select the brand, and I'm fairly certain they cover over 250 brands. So not only like your regular Chanel, Dior, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, but a whole range of brands and a whole range of categories. So they don't just like authenticate bags, they also do like ready-to-wear jewelry, accessories, because like designer ready-to-wear is super expensive as well, and chances are also somewhat easily faked, so you do want your peace of mind there, and LegitGrails is there to help essentially. So yeah, you choose the time frame, you choose the brand, you choose the category, which in my case, a handbag, and then there's like a template popping up essentially. So LegitGrails basically tells you the aspects that they need photographs of. You do want to choose good lighting, you want to take as clear pictures as possible, because not only do like brand experts like in person go over your photographs, but also AI. And with counterfeits getting better and better, and some super fakes maybe at this point being close to indistinguishable from the real thing for like the human eye, it definitely adds like a layer of protection and like certainty to have AI go over the pictures. And maybe AI picks up on like certain aspects that the human eye wouldn't be able to detect. I think that's amazing. Add as many layers as you can for like extra protection and extra peace of mind. So the website basically tells you what kind of pictures they need, like an overall picture, then detailed shots of like the clasp, zipper, like both the top of the zipper as well as like the bottom of the zipper, if that's even possible, which the bottom of the zipper I wasn't able to take a picture of when it comes to the bag that I purchased, which yeah, it wasn't overly necessary. They did get lots of pictures from me, like from other angles and aspects. And like even outside of those like set categories, you're able to upload like additional pictures. For instance, if like stitching looks wonky to you, definitely take a picture of that and submit it, and yeah, submit it for their review essentially. So I did that, and I did choose not the 30-minute like turnaround time because it wasn't like overly urgent for me, but I did pick the 2-hour one, and they came back within like 30 minutes and asked for additional pictures, which I think that's great. I would way prefer to have them come back to me and ask for additional pictures than be just like, yeah, it's fine, like just like willy-nilly give me a certificate. Which, talk about certificate, you actually get a certificate with a couple of the pictures that you submitted, and obviously it says like authentic. Probably won't get a certificate if it's not authentic, but yeah, it includes a couple of the pictures that you took, and the certificate also has like a dedicated code and a QR code, and you can like verify the authentication on their website. Anyway, so I highly recommend checking out LegitGrails. They're also kind enough to give me a discount code, 15% off. I think it's Lesley15. I'm going to leave it on the screen as well as in the description box below. And I'll also link to LegitGrails directly in the description, so check that out. Thank you so much to LegitGrails for sponsoring this part of the video. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know how super selective I am in terms of brands that I work with. And actually, before LegitGrails had approached me and offered to work with me, I had used their service $50 and paid for it with my own money. And I wouldn't be doing this video if I hadn't been convinced based on like my own experience as like a paying regular customer. But let me finally reveal the bag that I purchased. It's a clutch. I'm not a clutch carrier, and chances are this, like, I won't get my money's worth out of it. Maybe, at least like not cost per wear wise, but sentimental value wise. Let me talk you through like a little bit of the backstory. So I just like by accident basically stumbled across a somewhat small like consignment store, and I was walking around. They also had a couple of Kellys. I'm still kind of thinking about getting a Kelly from my birth year, but that's going to be like a struggle and a search and an expensive sentimental piece. But yeah, let's start with this sentimental piece. So this is from a very special to me collection. It's the Paris-Hamburg metiers like pre-fall collection 2017-2018. If you're a seasoned subscriber, you may know that I actually am from Hamburg, Germany. So was Karl Lagerfeld. He was born fairly close to Hamburg, let's say. So the fact that I own, I mean, I am fortunate enough to own a couple of pieces of costume jewelry from the Paris-Hamburg metiers collection, including these earrings, and I have the matching necklace, and I have a brooch, which I've never carried. It's also a sentimental piece that I, like, going into the purchase, didn't foresee myself to get, like, the cost per wear out of. But up until now, I didn't own a handbag from that collection. Back when the collection released, I had yet to graduate, I had yet to start my big girl job, so I just like wasn't in a financial position to, without massive guilt, purchase a new from the boutique Chanel bag. Do I regret being financially responsible? No, but also yes, because like ever since I've been able or like would be able to purchase a bag from that collection, which obviously would have to be on the pre-loved market. I've basically scoured the pre-loved sites, Vestiaire, fashionphile, although fashionphile might be a little tricky. I've never purchased from fashionphile because I'm located, in Germany, and fashionphile is in the US, and like customs and taxes and everything. I mean, if I stumble across the perfect bag, I might have to go for it, but yeah, Vestiaire is definitely a go-to, but they are generally fairly overpriced, so I have yet to pull the trigger. But for now, I'm so glad that I own one bag from the metiers collection, and maybe my collection will grow, who knows. Anyway, so yeah, I stumbled across this bag, and it may as well have had Lesley written on it. Oh, one more thing where I had like a little bit of doubt when it comes to the authenticity is it says Paris, Chanel in like cursive writing, and it says Hambourg down there. Does it focus? Maybe, hopefully. Anyway, so Hambourg in like a French way, I guess, because Hamburg, like the German way of writing it, doesn't have an O included in the Hamburg. And all of the bags that do have like Hamburg written on it from the Paris-Hamburg collection say Hamburg without the O. This is the only bag so far that I've seen that says like Hamburg. So I was like, I don't know. Also, the seller was like adamant that this is a vintage bag, which it isn't. I was able to like disprove that based on the sticker on the inside, which thankfully at least like the sticker is still inside, but everything else, like this is as far away from a full set as you can get basically. So yeah. Again, I knew full well that I would have to get this authenticated. But anyway, also I had, I mean, I did mention I've been scouring the internet for quite a while for like Paris-Hamburg handbags, and I had never seen this bag before, like never. And I'm not saying like that I'm an expert when it comes to the Paris-Hamburg metiers collection, but I feel like I've seen a lot of bags from that collection pop up, and this, yeah, it's the first time that I saw this particular bag. So, like, after I purchased it, again, I did take a little bit of a leap of faith with, yeah, purchasing it before A, I had gotten it authenticated, and B, I was somewhat sure that this is actually like a Paris-Hamburg piece. But yeah, after I took it home, I did a little bit of research, and yeah, I'm beyond proud that this is part of my collection, if you will. Let me focus again. There we go. So this is not like a magazine per se, but it's a collection of photographs taken by Karl Lagerfeld of the collection. Only of a small part of the collection, so it would have been quite lucky if my bag was actually included in the photographs. It isn't, but let me quickly show you a couple of the photographs regardless. Like black and white, and I think he went for like a German model for displaying the pieces. But yeah, It says, like on the envelope, it says that Karl Lagerfeld took the pictures himself, so that's super exciting. And actually, okay, so unfortunately those didn't help in me verifying whether the bag's actually part of the Paris-Hamburg collection, but super interesting. It actually has like a leaflet of the looks that are included on the pictures, and it also says the price of the pieces included. So there's like a brooch for 640. Let's see, do you have prices of bags maybe? Sailor cap for 2,550 bucks. All right, yeah, there was like a lot of nautical theme, which was the theming of the collection overall, because Hamburg is, yeah, a port city. And yeah, tons of like anchors. These earrings obviously also have anchors, and yeah, the necklace, it's matching, also has an anchor. There were lots of anchors and like sea sacks when it comes to like a couple of the handbags, like kind of like a backpack style. Lots of navy and reds and navy and white. So anyway, pants. Let's see, can I find like a price for a bag? Jupe. Jupe is skirt, right? Or dress in French. Cuff, lace-ups. Sac à rabat. Ah, okay, flat bag. 16,000. Okay, that's like a secret one. Anyway, I digress. We're not here to talk about bags that aren't even what this video is about. So those unfortunately didn't help. But what did end up helping is the internet, of course. So I did find this exact bag actually that had been sold on the Real for 3,200 USD. Did I mention how much I paid? I paid 1,300 euros. Including taxes, that is. So I was quite chuffed with myself. Also, I did find, I think the website is Brag My Bag. They actually had not a full list with pictures, but a fairly comprehensive list of the bags included in the metiers collection. And this bag was included as well. Apparently, it also came like in a tweed, but yeah, very glad that I stumbled across the leather one. And I think I have it written somewhere what the price, like according to the Brag My Bag website, was like initially 2,300 euros. So I saved myself 1,000 euros. I'm beyond excited that this is part of my collection now. And realistically, I would have spent more than 1,300 bucks, but I'm glad that it's only 1,300. Oh, also I'm going to leave a link to the full show, which is like almost 20 minutes. It's on the Chanel YouTube page. I highly recommend checking it out. The visuals, it's like live, like orchestra string music. So beautiful. It was in the Elbphilharmonie, which is a concert hall basically in the port of Hamburg. The architecture, both from the inside as well as from the outside, is so unique, and like, watch the show, really. Like, the things I would have done to experience it myself, like in person, let's not talk about it, but it's incredibly beautiful. So again, that will be linked below. Anyway, so let me know what you think. Do you have like a specific collection or like a specific handbag that lives in your head rent-free and that you're like trying to hunt down, or you've been successful in hunting down? And also, please let me know if it's like, if it's okay, although I'm the only one in a position to decide if it's okay or not, and I've already made up my mind. Do you feel like I can justify having this like as a collector's piece, essentially? I'm not a handbag collector, as in the bags that I do have in my collection I actually do want to use and get use out of, and I feel super guilty if there's like a handbag in my collection that I hardly reach for, like never reach for. Generally, if I don't use a bag, it's going. Even if this comes out like maximum once a year, this is going nowhere. And I'm perfectly fine with this being like a collector's piece. Yes, I'm aware it's not a super popular, like holy grail bag for a lot of people, but it's so, so special to me. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, massive thank you to LegitGrails. I'd highly recommend you check them out. Just like for peace of mind, authentication by third parties is so important. Even if you got your piece via fashionphile, or like eBay does authentication as well, or like Vestiaire Collective, things can always slip through the cracks, and it's always helpful to have like a third party that has zero interest in telling you something is authentic when it's maybe not. I highly recommend going through a third-party authenticator, and LegitGrails covers so many brands, so many categories of items. So yeah, again, the discount code will be here or there somewhere on the screen in the description box. Check them out. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll be leaving either on this side or on that side, I can never remember, other videos that you may be interested in watching once you're done with this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. Also hit that notification bell next to the subscription button, because while I generally, usually only upload once a week on a Wednesday, there are tons of China vlogs coming your way. So I might bump it up to 2 videos, maybe 3 videos a week for a couple of weeks, just to get the China content out for you. So I'm really excited to start sharing that with you. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I guess I'm gonna catch you in one of my next videos. Bye.